Okay, looks like the stream started. Let me take a quick gander over there. Yep, it's up and running. And let's back to the game. I'm going to move my mouse pointer off, or my indicator pointer off. Go ahead and hit the solve, or start the solve. And let's turn on the highlight camera. Obviously, you can take some of this time to see about solving this on your own. I'm going to get started now, though. So we get a 1 here. One of these two is going to be a 1. All right, let me go through it the long way again. And one of these two is going to be a 1. Down here, I've got 4 possibilities. Here, I've got 3. I've got 4 possibilities here for 1. So on to 2s. This one's going to be a 2, turning this one into 1. Meaning we've now got 2 possibilities for a 1 here. Opposed to 4. One of these two is going to be a 2. And it looks like we get a... No, I was going to say a 2 there, but I've got 2 possibilities for a 2. And then 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And 5 possibilities here. How about a 3? Well, one of these two is going to be a 3. And this one's going to be a 3. The 3's in those two. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. I got 3 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here, and 4 possibilities here. 3. Go on to 4s. Well, this one's going to be a 4. That's a little more convoluted. This blocks these two. This blocks these two, leaving that one. Down here, we've got 2 possibilities for a 4. Over here, I've got 3 possibilities. I've got 3 possibilities here and here, and 2 possibilities for a 4 here. On to 5s. We now put a 5 here, which turns us into a 2. Does that fix anything over here? We now know none of these, so one of these 2 here or here will be a 2. Up here, I've still got 3 possibilities. Here, I've still got 4 possibilities. So, going back to fours, actually we'll go to 5. We put in that 5 there. I got a 5 up here. Got 3 possibilities for 5 possibilities. No, 4 possibilities for a 5 here. 2 possibilities here. This one becomes a 5. I've now got 2 possibilities for a 5 here. It looks like that's it for 5s for me. I've got 4 possibilities here and I'm not going to mark those. 6s. I've got a 6 here. This becomes a 6 here because I can't put one down in here. One of these two, this one's going to be a 6. This one will be a 6. And then over here we've got this one as a 6. And that takes care of all but this one. This is going to be a 6. Turn this into a 1. I now have a possibility for 1 here. Over here, I've got 2 possibilities. So let's go ahead and mark those 2. Yay. Still 2 possibilities. Now have a single place for 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be a 7. Over here, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. So this one's going to be a 7. This will therefore become an 8. And that becomes an 8. And one of these is going to be an 8. Actually, one of these two is going to be an 8. This one's going to be an 8. That's an 8. One of these two, this one's going to be an 8. Let's see, one of these two will be an 8, and one of these two will be an 8. Check further for 7s. So one of these 3 is going to be a 7, and one of these 2 is going to be a 7. I've got 2 possibilities here. And with those, we've also got a pair of possible 4s, or possibilities for 4. Over here, we have 2 places where we have a 4, though, which means this is not a 4, this is a 7, and this is a 4. All right, 1, 2, we've got a 3 coming in somewhere. One of these 2. We got a 4 going in one of these 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9 coming into one of these 2. So not a 3 here. This one becomes a 3. One of these 2 will be a 3. That gives me 2 possibilities for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, and a single possibility for 7. Turns that back into a 2. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 3. 7 down here. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. We've now narrowed this 4 down to here, so mark that. One of these 2, this, we have a problem here. Okay, I am going to back things out a bit. See if I got that 4 in a recognizably wrong place here. Okay. No. At least not based on that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put a 7 here. See if that helps us at all. Got a 1, 5, 1, 5 here, so this becomes a 7. That turns this into a 7. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 4. And this becomes a 9. That's more reasonable. This becomes a 9. leaving 7 3s up there. 1 5 here. All right, we have these 2 possible 2s. Let's see, 3s. Yeah, these could be a 3. Got 3 possibilities here. One of these 2 is a 3. One of these 2 is a... Okay. Nope. Alright, I am starting over, and oddly enough, with this game, it does not reset the counter or timer, so that time counts against us. Alright, 1 here. One of these 2 will be a 1. Let's try populating this all as far as we can. So I got a 2. One of these 3 is a 3. This one is a 4. Now I've got 2 possibilities for 3. 5 6. 3 possibilities for 7. An 8 here makes it 2 possibilities for a 7. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. I got a 1 here. 4 possibilities for 2, a 3, a 4. A possible or solution for a 5. 2 possibilities for a 6 here. Well, 3 possibilities for a 7. I've got 2 possibilities for an 8 already earmarked. And currently 3 possibilities for a 9. Alright, down here we've got 2 possibilities for a 1 marked already. I've got 2 possibilities for a 2 here. We've got 3 here. This means this one's going to be, no, yep, this one's going to be a 3. 4 could be one of these 2. 5 6. 7 can't be either of these, so we've got 3 possibilities for a 7 here. 8, 2 possibilities for a 9. There and there. Alright, one of these 2 is going to be a 1. A 2, 3, 4. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. That means the remaining 2 are going to be 7 and 8. Alright, and that's it for those, for that set. Alright, one of these 2 will be an 8. You can see that already. Got 5 possibilities for 1, a 2, and a 3 given. 3 possibilities for 4. 2 possibilities for 5. 2 possibilities for a 6. Nope, that's not a 6. That becomes a 6. This becomes an 8. And that makes this into a 7, this into an 8. Alright, that means one of these 2 is a 7. Alright, I've got 2 possibilities for 4 now. Three possibilities for 1, except that these two say that can't be a 1, so I've got 2 possibilities for 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's all of them. All right, how about here? We've got 3 possibilities for 1, 4 possibilities for 2, 3 possibilities for 3, 3 possibilities for 4. We got a 5, 6 on the board. Looks like 6 possibilities for 7, 8, and then 2 possibilities for 9. Means for this one is a 9 here. All right, 1. So now I've got 3 possibilities for 2. Let's see. Theoretically, 4 possibilities for 3. Go to 4, 5. 5 is going to be one of these two, which means this is going to be a 5, not this one. 6 going to be this one up here. 7, I've got 3 possibilities. 8 and 9. All right, we'll be coming back for more, but I can take care of more right here. We've got one of these two is a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of these two is a 7. All right. Got a 1 here. One of these two is a 2. I've got 4 possibilities for 3. 2 possibilities for 4. Hey, 5. Yes, 4 possibilities for a 5 up here. 8 possibility for a 6, just 1. That gets me a 6 here as well. We get a 7. 2 possibilities for an 8 here. 9, 9, 9. So in here we've got 4 possibilities for a 1. Nope. So we narrowed that one down. We've got just the... Oh, we don't have this filled out yet. I think. The 1, 2, 3. There's the 4. So, okay. And problem with 7s here is I've got 2 possibilities now. So one of these two is a 7. That means this one's a 7. Got a single place for a 6 now. So this is a 6. 7, 8. One of these two is going to be a 9. The other of them is going to be a 2. So 9, 2, 9, 2. All right, I mentioned when I posted this, I'm not at my best at the moment. Sorry about that. All right, one of these two is going to be a 1, so neither of these can be. That blocks 1 here, so this is a 1. That means I've got 2 possibilities for 1 here and here in this square. Let's see. 2s. Neither of these can be a 2. This could be a 2, or either of these could be a 2. So we'll come back. One of these 2 is a 3. And one of these 4s or 3 is a 4. So it's going to be one of these 2. 5, 6, 7. And I've got 3 possibilities for 8. All right, over. Nope, that's not it. One, 2. Okay, how about 3s? I think I've got 3 possibilities here. I 3 possibilities. That 6. 7. One of these 2 will be a 7. One of these 2 will be a 7. One of these 2 will be a 7. I've got 3 possibilities here. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Nope. 3 and 3. This one here blocking this one. 4. One of these 2 is a 4, which means this is not a 3. This one is. All right, 1. That becomes a 2 here. One, 2, 3. One of these 2 is a 3. One of these 2 is a 3, which tells me that this one's going to be a 3 here. All right. 3, 3, 4. One of these 2 is 4, so that makes this one into a 4. And one of these 3 is going to be a 5. Up here, this becomes 2. Which means this one's going to be a 2. It's consistent. And this one becomes a 7. Get a 4 here, 7 over here, a 1 down here, a 7 here, 4, 9, 2, 1. Four, 5, 6, 7. So one of these is going to be an 8. Can't be this one. 3 possibilities for an 8. Just go ahead and mark them. This one can't be a 7, so it's a 3. This is a 7. And this becomes 2. This one becomes a 9. That makes this one a 9, this one a 4 here. This one becomes a 2 and a 7 up here. Alright, that turns this into an 8. 7 here. 1, 4, 8, 5, 1, 8, 5, 3, and let's see what we do it for time. 5. Total time was 26 minutes, 23 seconds. Again, not feeling at my best. I hope you had a good day.